I don't want to allow Spurs scoring even one goal. And well, we might be on the counter-attack here with Wilfried Zaha. Look at the pace he's got. Still Zaha. Zaha strikes it well and Zaha scores with his left foot. On the attack we go now. Maddison looks for Jadon Sancho, who's now 1v1 against David De Gea. Can Sancho convert? He absolutely can. So we are back again with another episode of the Leicester City Career Mode series. This is episode number 44. I think it's fair to say that this is the business end of the season, as we are now in the Champions League semi-finals up against Atletico Madrid. And in this episode, we're going to be playing the first leg, which is going to be away from home at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. So far in the Champions League, things have been comfortable, but we know Diego Simeone's teams are never easy to play. Also, we've got a couple of important Premier League games in this episode as well, against Spurs and Everton, who are both 5th and 6th respectively. So not going to be easy at all, and we need to keep pace with Man City if we've got any chance of winning the Premier League this season. I think we've got about 3 episodes to go in this Leicester City Career Mode. It's been incredible recording this series. I've had so much fun with it, and I'm hoping we can have an incredible finale to this series. If you guys have enjoyed the Leicester City Career Mode as well, make sure to show your support by dropping a like in the video. That'd be amazing. And if you are new around here, subscribe for more FIFA 20 Career Mode content. Also, time to make a big decision whether we're going to manage Brazil or not for the 2022 World Cup. And well, you guys voted for me to take the Brazil job. So once we've wrapped up this Leicester City Career Mode, we're going to have a mini series with Brazil as we try and win the FIFA World Cup 2022. So let's accept the job, and there you go. We are now managing Brazil. Okay, so the plan basically is that this week we wrap up the Leicester City Career Mode, hopefully by winning the Prem as well as the Champions League. Then we try and win the World Cup with Brazil, and then next week Saturday we start off our brand new career mode, and I've made the decision it's going to be an AC Milan career mode. I think going to a brand new league, a new challenge, it's going to be a ton of fun. So expect an AC Milan career mode to come very soon to the channel, and I genuinely can't wait for it. For now though, our focus remains on the Leicester City career mode, and it's time for the press conference. If you guys want to see your questions being answered in the videos, make sure to drop them down in the comment section below. First up, who do you think has been the toughest team you've played so far this season? That's actually a very good question. There are a few teams that really gave us a tough fight this season. Chelsea, probably they're the only team that beat us this season in the Premier League. Man United as well, we had to play some really difficult games against them. Liverpool, of course, they knocked us out from the FA Cup, and they also drew one of the Premier League games against us, and it was so difficult beating them when we beat them 2-0. So I would probably edge towards Liverpool, because it's always a nightmare to play them because of how well they press. So they're probably the most difficult team that we've faced so far this season. Next up, are you satisfied with Sancho and Zaha's performances for the club so far? Absolutely. We've had Zaha now for a couple of seasons, probably even more, and I've really enjoyed using him. His goal contributions, 26 in 38 games, which is great from that left midfield position. He's also one of our top scorers in the Champions League with 4 goals in 5 games. He has really played well for us in this series, and I've really enjoyed using him as well. Jadon Sancho, on the other hand, we signed him this season and he's been nothing short of incredible. 12 goals and 8 assists in the Premier League from that right midfield position. He's just unreal, and I'm really satisfied with our wingers at the moment. Ooh, next question, and this one's about Barcelona. What are your thoughts on Valverde getting sacked and Kike Setien's arrival? Honestly, I'm delighted. You guys know I'm a big Barca fan. On Twitter, if you follow me, you'll know I'm constantly talking about Barcelona. And also, I've been talking about Valverde getting sacked for a long time. Finally, it's happened. It should have happened probably last season after we got humiliated at Anfield. But anyways, it's happened now, and I'm really glad with the arrival of Kike Setien. I feel like his philosophy really fits in with Barcelona's philosophy, and I just can't wait for him to get started and, well, Barcelona to play their first game under him. We'll see how things go, but as a Barca fan, I'm definitely excited now. And that's the press conference wrapped up. Let's move on. So it is Jadon Sancho who ends up winning the Player of the Episode award this time. I think it's deserved. Last episode he was really good against Wolves, and he also scored the winner against Manchester United. That was the only goal of the game as well, and no wonder you guys voted for him as your Player of the Episode. Here's a quick look at our season goals. We need to really step things up with Sancho, Rashford and Zaha. I think it's possible to score 10 goals with them in the remaining episodes, so I'm hoping we can do that. Also, just a couple of clean sheets needed to wrap up the Keeping It Clean challenge as well, which is lovely. So we start off this episode with Premier League action as Leicester City go up against Everton, who are 6th in the Premier League. They're always a difficult side to face, and now they're in a good spot in the Prem, trying to, get above Spurs in the Premier League, so I'm sure they'll be up for it, but we need to win this game. We cannot slip up after being in such a good position. It's just 1 point that separates us and City. We need to keep it that way until the final game of the season, and of course that means we've got to beat Everton here. Since we just had an incredibly difficult game against Manchester United, fitness levels were low on some of our first team players, and because of that I've had to make some changes. Haaland comes into the lineup, Barnes, Chukwueze as well. Dani Olmo gets the start, Dennis Bryant as well. We've still got a bit of experience with Ndidi and Ben Chilwell, but overall, even though we've made some changes, this team is incredibly strong and should be able to get the win over Everton. And also, since James Justin is injured, I'm using Nuno Tavares as my right back to give Ricardo Pereira a bit of a rest. This is my team. Let's go out there and pick up all 3 points away from home. So I completely forgot to mention this at the start of the video, but EA have released a new patch for career mode and they've made ultimate difficulty a lot harder, and I can kind of notice it. It's been a bit more difficult, more pressure from Everton in these first few minutes, but we might be through on goal here. Here's Haaland, and there you go guys, Haaland with the goal, and Leicester City make it 1-0 against Everton. And also, what's his pronunciation, man? Is it Holland or Haaland? I'm a bit confused on that. I've been calling him Haaland for the most part, but I've seen a few people telling me it's Holland. Regardless, he's put us into the lead. I can definitely feel like the ultimate difficulty is become a bit harder, but still, I can cope with it. No issues there. 1-0 Leicester City as we take the lead against Everton, and it's that man, Haaland, yet again with another goal. Everton on the attack with Joe Linton. Interesting. He's gotten past one. Todibo with a strong challenge there. We needed to put in a strong challenge because if he would shoot from there, it could end up in the back of the net. Good defending from Jean-Claire Todibo. The pressure from Everton, guys, has been absolutely ridiculous in this game as Richarlison, I think it's not Richarlison, no, it's Joe Linton, who comes extremely close to scoring. We've got to find a way to deal with this pressure, otherwise I think we're going to concede. Guys, I'm legit struggling to keep possession. EA weren't lying when they said that they've made ultimate difficulty a lot harder. I'm really struggling to even get the ball off this Everton side. Oh no, we've given Iwobi so much space. What is Nuno Tavares doing, man? Why is he just making stupid runs forward? And now, oh, thank God we have Todibo, man. How good is he? Like, that's absolutely brilliant there from the Frenchman. Here we go now, dudes. Haaland on the ball. Looks for Harvey Barnes. It's a great pass. Can Barnes get ahead of his man? He can. Here goes Harvey Barnes. This is our chance to potentially win the game. Harvey Barnes brings it inside, goes for goal, but Yerry Mina tracks back and makes an incredible challenge. Still 1-0 in this one. It's an extremely tight game. Here goes Olmo on the attack against Yerry Mina. Dani Olmo looks to bring it inside, does so brilliantly. Still Dani Olmo looks to shoot, and that's absolutely brilliant from the Spaniard. Wins us the game at the death. Leicester City lead 2-0. Can't see Everton coming back into this one. They put up a really good fight against us as they created quite a few chances, put up an extremely high pressure game, and well, they caused us problems, but ultimately our quality came through. Dani Olmo with a crucial goal, and Leicester make it 2-0 against Everton. Oh no, space now for Richarlison to get Everton back in. This one cuts it back. Todibo has just scored an own goal. No way, man. This is so sad because Todibo was having such a good game, and to end it off by scoring an own goal is brutal. To be fair, he probably could have cleared that one away, but it was a tough one, guys. It was a tough one. Really unlucky for Todibo to actually, get himself an own goal. That's hard. Full time though, and we get ourselves a huge win in the Premier League as we continue to keep pace with Man City. We had to win this game, and it was a difficult one, but ultimately things worked out well. 3 points in the bag. Manchester City still at the very top of the Premier League table with 94 points, but we are right behind them, chasing them with 93 points. It's just 1 point that separates the two sides, and I'm telling you guys, it is going to be that final matchday game against Man City that's going to decide the Premier League title at the Etihad Stadium. It's going to be epic. For now though, it's all about the Champions League. We're in the semi-finals, we're up against Atletico Madrid. As I said, so far this competition has been pretty simple for us. We absolutely dismantled Spurs in the quarterfinals. We also humiliated Leverkusen, and here we are in the semi-finals. This could prove to be our first real test in the Champions League against Cholo Simeone's Atletico Madrid. First legs away, this is going to be a tough one. Do you reckon that the location of the match would be an important factor in your team's performance? Probably, yeah, it's away from home. I guess Atleti are expected to win this game, but we're prepared for everything, man. We've got to try and get some away goals because you guys know how important they could be in the Champions League. It's kind of funny how EA just released a brand new patch to make Ultimate Team difficulty harder just when we're at the business end of the season. Oh well, it's gonna make things harder for us, but we've built an amazing side that's ready to face anything. So anyways, it's now time for the big one. Champions League semi-finals, first leg, away from home against Atletico. And this is the team that I've gone for. We're playing at the Wanda. Marcus Rashford will be leading the line. Sancho and Zaha on either side. I had to make a tough decision of, choosing between Tielemans and Olmo, and I've gone with Yuri Tielemans just to give me that control in midfield. I'll probably use Olmo as a super sub, Madison and Ndidi as well in that midfield. Ben Chilwell, Tuanzebe, Varane and Ricardo Pereira at the back. Onana in goal. This is the team that we're using. Can we get ourselves a solid result in the first leg? Let's hope. Oh man, the Champions League anthem, one of our biggest games of the season so far. Atletico versus Leicester away from home. As I've said before, we're not the underdogs anymore. We're kind of favourites, probably just about to make it to that final. And I'm honestly really excited for this one. Do we have enough in the locker to get Atleti out of the competition? Hope so. First leg is crucial. We need to get ourselves a few away goals if possible in this tie. And that is the Atleti team that we're up against. They've got some ballers in there. Gabriel Jesus, Ruben Neves are on the bench. They've got Kieran Trippier, Hector Herrera. But look at that attack of Gabriel Jesus, Lemar, Koke and all. I mean, Kramaric not too sure about that. But Saul and Neves in midfield is great. Akanji at the back as well. They've got a decent team, but I reckon, you know what, if you compare their team to ours, our team is kind of a lot better, to be fair, so it needs to show on the pitch. We've got to knock them out. Could be a chance here for Atletico Madrid already. Tuanzebe made a crucial interception there, and well, thankfully we don't concede. An early goal could prove to be catastrophic, so I'm glad we avoided that there. Atletico Madrid once again on the attack. We've kind of struggled so far in this one as the cross comes in. Ben Chilwell had to head that one away. And we do get the ball away. Not really though, as Atletico win the ball back. Their pressure has been really difficult to play against us. Here's Kramaric on the ball. Rafael Varane makes a strong challenge. I'm sure he's going to relish playing against Atletico Madrid since he's a former Real Madrid man. Oh, Gabriel Jesus could be through on goal. He goes out wide to Koke. Probably the wrong choice there. Still Koke on the ball. Tries to go inside. And Didi couldn't clear it properly. Saul goes back to Ruben Neves. Once again, Atletico on the attack. Saul turns me there. Goes for goal. Onana makes a big save. In these 30 minutes, we've barely done anything. It's been everything Atletico. And we've got to respond, man. This way, we could end up getting really battered in this first leg. No, Koke's won the ball there from Tuanzebe. Now he's bombing forward. Here goes Koke. This is not good at all for us. Cross comes in. We do get it away with Ricardo Pereira. This first half, man, has been abysmal. Like, that's the best way to describe, because we've barely done anything and Atletico just constantly seem to attack against us. And we've got to change things up in the second half. Although we could see a chance here from us. Our first real opportunity of the game. Jadon Sancho brings it inside. Still Sancho. Goes to Ndidi. Now it's Madison, but again Atletico defends so well. Half time, and I don't think I've even had a shot on target at the Atletico goal. They've been that good in this one. It's been all them. Second half, things need to change. Otherwise, we're going to end up either drawing or probably even losing this game. Sancho turns his man. This is lovely. Still Jadon Sancho utilizing his space. This could be our chance. Sancho cut back to Marcus Rashford, and it's gone in somehow. This is literally our first shot on target and we've scored with it. An away goal. And it's that man, Marcus Rashford, yet again. Whenever we need someone to step up, it's always Marcus Rashford who delivers. One of our best signings of this series. And he's now scored in a Champions League semi-finals. Also credit to Sancho for creating that goal. He beat a couple of defenders with pace and skill. And then the cutback was perfect. Rashford's left-footed shot somehow went past Oblak, who probably should have done better there. Regardless though, Leicester City, against all odds, against the run of play, have made it 1-0 against Atletico. Absolutely incredible scenes. I have no idea how we're in this position, considering Atletico have dominated this game from start up until now. Atleti pushing forward. They want to get back into this tie as soon as possible, and it could be happening right now. Ndidi goes down. Referee foul. Tuanzebe does eventually get it away. I thought that was a foul on Ndidi. But my god man, Atletico's intensity is just so difficult to handle. We've barely even touched the ball since we actually scored against Atletico, and they might have a chance here to score. It's Saul with the shot. Onana coming up clutch yet again with an amazing save. Our defending in this game has been top notch, to be fair. Like, we've literally done nothing in the attack, just one chance and we scored off it. But apart from that, we've defended incredibly well. We have ourselves a free kick from 36 yards, and call me crazy, but I'm just going for it. Let's see if Madison can do something from this range. Decent power on it, but the curl wasn't good enough, and well, it goes wide. That was literally our second shot of the game. I don't want to concede a late goal, guys, but it could be happening here as Atletico once again look to push forward. Could be their final attack of the game. Ben Chilwell saves the day. Crucial interception, and with that the game comes to an end. And somehow we walk away with a 1-0 win. I have no idea how we've done this. Incredible defending from the likes of Tuanzebe, Varane. We got it done, a 1-0 win, and now we've got some sort of an advantage for that second leg. But the tie is not over yet. Atletico are more than capable of beating us to the King Power. It's still very much kind of like a 50-50 chance on who goes through, but what a game of football this was. Somehow we managed to win. You managed to win your first leg despite playing an away match. Are you fan favorites now? I think we are probably like favorites for the tie, but it's not over yet. Atletico, I think, are the toughest team I've faced in this season, at least. I mean, what a performance from them. So in the other Champions League semi-finals game, Real Madrid ended up beating Manchester City 1-0, which is interesting. So a potential final between Leicester and Madrid could be fun. Oh man, in this episode, every game has been so difficult, and that trend continues as we're up against Spurs away from home in probably one of our most difficult remaining Premier League games. We've got to win this as well, because Man City are still a point above us. There is no room to make any mistake. The last time we faced Spurs, it was in the Champions League quarterfinals, and we humiliated them 6-1 on aggregate, so they're definitely going to try and look for revenge. But we've got a capable team. I know we can beat them. We've done it before, and we've got to do it again. A few changes to the team as Dani Olmo returns to the lineup. We've got Todibo starting as well. Apart from that though, all the big names are in the team. Let's go out there and beat Spurs. So that's the Spurs team we're facing. They've got some quality players in there. Kane, who's the top scorer in the Premier League at the moment. We know Eriksen is good, and Dombele as well. Piqué at the back is a bit suspect, but apart from that, it's a capable Spurs team. Ben Chilwell looks for Marcus Rashford, who scored such an important goal for us in that previous game, and he almost scores one here. On the rebound, maybe what's happening? And somehow we don't score from that attack. How has that happened? Marcus Rashford, man. He's just so good. This time the post denied him there. Looks for Wilfried Zaha. Keeps hold of the ball. Goes back to Madison. Out wide now to Dani Olmo. Looks for Ben Chilwell. This is brilliant football. Ben Chilwell fires this one in, but it's a terrible cross. I was trying to find Zaha there, but it just didn't work out. Once again, we've got Spurs on the attack. It's a brilliant chip ball, and I cannot believe this man, Christian Eriksen, with the goal. And we're 1-0 down. We were actually playing pretty well in this one, and they've somehow just scored out of nowhere. The cross comes in. Our defenders just couldn't cope with that, and well, we're 1-0 down. It's going to be an uphill battle from here. Oh my god, this could be our chance to get back into this one. A free kick from literally 25 yards out. Can Madison curl this one in? That is the real question. Let's see if it's possible. Go on, Madison. We need a goal from this. Decent power, but the curl was way too much. Good football. Dani Olmo looks for Marcus Rashford. This is our chance, and let's go, boys. We've made it 1-1 against Spurs. It's been a tough game so far, and I'm so glad we've equalized in the first half itself. And who else but Marcus Rashford? He is at the moment our most important player, our most in-form player. He just seems to step up in almost every single game. The build-up for this goal was fine. Olmo picking up the assist. A simple finish for Rashford, and with that, we've made it 1-1. Sees Jadon Sancho, looks to open up some space. It's absolutely brilliant from Sancho, and let's go. Jadon Sancho stepping up as well as he puts this one in the back of the net. The drag back there to beat Gerard Piqué was simply sublime, and then he just used his space to blitz past him, and then the finish was lethal. No chance for the Spurs keeper, and we've turned things around in brilliant fashion. In the first half itself, we've made it 2-1. A brilliant goal there from Sancho, and it does look like we can beat Spurs in this one. Half-time against Spurs, and it's been a difficult game of football. Spurs took the early lead, probably against the run of play, but we've responded well. Sancho and Rashford turning the game around for us. Let's hope for more of the same in the second half. We've got Spurs on the charge again with Harry Kane. That's a brilliant pass to Christian Eriksen. Is he going to cross this one in? Goes to David Neres, and oh, I thought that went in for a moment. Todibo with a crucial block. Spurs definitely want to try and win this game as they've come out with real intent for the second half. Here's Madison, and I see Sancho making a great run. We know Sancho's got the pace. Here he goes on the attack. Still Sancho skips past one challenge. On that left foot, curls it in beautifully. Jadon Sancho with his second of the game, and Leicester make it 3-1. What a lethal counter-attack this was. It was literally one pass from Madison, a driven through pass to Jadon Sancho, who then beat one, skipped past the challenge, would have probably gone down as well and helped us get a penalty, but he knew what was right and then just curled it in with his weaker left foot. With that, Leicester are now 3-1 up against Spurs. Once again, we're seeing Atletico on the attack. David Neres in acres of space. He could cause us havoc here. Whips in a good ball. Onana punching this one away. How crucial has Onana been for us in this episode? He's just such a good keeper to have, as we might be on the counter-attack here. Here's Sancho. What a pass that is to Wilfried Zaha. He's got a chance to score, and on the counter-attack, we've made it 4-1 now against Leicester City. Did you guys see that pass from Sancho there to Wilfried Zaha? It was literally inch perfect. Like the curl on it, it was perfectly weighted. All Zaha had to do was finish, and he did that brilliantly. And on the counter, we've made it 4-1. That goal was started by Onana's incredible save, and well, with that, Leicester lead 4-1. Well, Spurs have another chance. It's a brilliant ball to Neres, who goes for goal, and somehow that's gone in. That's a bit of a mistake there from Onana. Still though, we've got a 4-2 advantage in this game. And let's go, guys. We get it done. Another hurdle crossed in the Premier League as we've beaten Spurs away 4-2. What a result, man. What a performance as well. So glad that we got ourselves the win. And next episode is going to decide who wins the Premier League title. I just realized that both City and us are going to end up with over 100 points this season, most probably. How crazy is that, man? It's actually ridiculous. And in the next episode, we're going to be wrapping up our Premier League season, as well as having the second leg against Atletico. It is going to be a massive episode in this series. That game against City is probably going to decide the title, and also we'll find out whether we make the Champions League final or not. It's going to be a huge episode for the series. We didn't really do much with our season goals in this episode, but we did make a bit of progress with the Trident Challenge. A few goals coming in from Rashford and Sancho, so not that bad. Next episode though, we need to try and keep as many clean sheets as possible in the Premier League. Before we wrap up the episode, time for you guys to make your vote count and vote for the player of the episode award. Jadon Sancho had to get nominated once again. What an episode he had. So crucial for us in a lot of the games. His goals, his assists. He was brilliant in this one. His second nominee is going to be Onana, who I thought was huge for us in today's episode, especially in the Champions League against Atletico. He made quite a few saves, and overall, he's been brilliant for us. Yes, he did make one mistake in this episode, but apart from that, he was near perfect. So those two are your nominees. Click the I button on the top right of your screen to vote for either of them. We've got just 2 episodes remaining of this Leicester City career mode. It's going to be an epic finale to the series, but I'm hoping you guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you guys did, a like would be awesome. Subscribe if you are new around here, and well, I'll catch you guys next time.